We're not going, this is not total gangster yet. This one here is just going to be cool. All right. It is White's turn to move. White has various moves in this position. Tragi-comedies, that's one way of putting it. Blunderifica sightings is the way we like to call it, badminton. Blunderifica sightings is what's going to happen here. White is doing well. Let's just be clear. White is doing very well thanks to a fat and juicy pawn on a7. You might be featured in one of these games, Three-Eyed Crow. Well, just keep your name anonymous, all right? So nobody knows. All right, this pawn is sweet, looking good, looking strong, and should definitely win the game. So White, in this position, decided to be fancy and play a fancy move. Why not? Play the move rook to c5. Why not? Let's be fancy. We're going to make it work. Rook to c5 and get the job done. Okay? That is going to be good enough to send you home crying. All right? That's just fancy. It's fancy. What's going to happen is you're going to get another queen or go up and exchange. The game is over. There are different ways to win this position as well, by the way. There was this move. The only thing about this move is you think you're threatening something until black moves the king. Then you realize you're not threatening anything. You can bring your rook down because a rook takes pawn. And why'd you do rook to b8? It's just not making the progress that you want. So that's why this move, rook to c5, has a bit more strength to it. More strength to it because the rook is not going to go here and talk about monster pressure along the rank. So rook to c5 is played with pain on the way. So knight takes on c5. Hey, you just sacked a rook. Rook check. Welcome to the death zone. This game's about to be over. All right. Rook check. Takes. Give me a queen. King moves. Whoa. What did I do? Oh, yeah, I pressed the wrong button there. King moves. Here we go. All right. So this game's just a queen versus two knights. This should be no problem. So the rest of us, this is over. I'll go, if you're a chess coach, you go, oh, my student's got a queen. This is done. I'm going to leave. But what's on the board? Knights are on the board. Knights. Let's remember that. When knights are on the board, anything could happen. Anything could happen. So it ain't resignation time yet. We'll see. So White's like, hey, let me scrunch on a pawn. Got it. Except now this pawn's gone. So now it's two knights against a queen. It's winning. It's winning, but you got to be a little bit more careful. All right? You got to be a little bit more careful. H3, very good move. Knight to E2. We don't know what that piece is doing there. Queen there. Knight attacks. Queen E5. And now this knight's just running around. Bad idea. Bad idea. The pieces aren't coordinated. But it really didn't matter because this move was coming. And once G4 happens, the game is official. It's official. It's over. It's done. Time to resign. Yes? Well, no. There's knights on the board. So we'll take. And we'll play the last ditch. I hope. And, maybe I'll see what happens. All right? Let's see what happens. This should be done. Should be over. What's the deal? So White plays a correct move. G5 check. No problem. It's over. Check. Move your king. Okay? King goes up. And now, are you ready? Oh, the pain. I haven't got time for the pain. This is painful, man. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt really, really bad. You ready? You ready? White said, oh, this is slick. I know how to win. I know how to win now. White said, I'm taking a knight. Just give me the knight. Slick, slick, slick. Just give me the knight. Whoop, whoop. Took the knight. No problem. You got my queen? So what? I got skills. I got skills. I got skills. I got skills. I'm going to queen. I'm going to queen. I'm going to queen. I'm going to arrow to the neck. What happened? What happened, Mom? What happened? Oh no, poor White ended up losing the game on the spot, trying to be slick, sacking the queen to get a new queen, and that was that. Lights out, bye. Oops, 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 you're trying to be slick, huh? Well, now you're sick, all right? Now, yeah, let me tell you, that was nasty. Now you got to move your king. Knight drops back, covers all that, and that's Johnny Ball game. I mean, talk about I was winning. I was winning. Oh, we feel sad for you. You were winning. No, that's, by the way, this player with White, Magesh, is a very strong player. Okay, Magesh is a GM. So, yeah. You think chess is easy? If you think chess is easy, well, I'm waiting for you to blunder. And you go, oh, I didn't see that. All right, we'll see. This is a GM we're talking about, Ron Burnett's and I am. And oops, he forgot about the way the knight does the izzy kizzy. Oh, the knight does these weird moves. Yeah, no, anything can happen in a chess game. Now, by the way, you'll say, well, what could he have done after king h5? Queen's hanging. He thought he was winning a knight, but he couldn't. Well, he could have won a knight very easily. You know how he could have done it? Move the queen away and say, check. That's check. I want to take your knight. Oh, you're going to take my pawn? Check. Whoop, whoop. Give me that knight that tried to take me. And that would have been that. The game would have been over. Now he gets the knight, and it's done. There, his opponent would have resigned. Literally 2 moves away from causing resignation, an easy resignation at that, and he ended up blundering and losing the game. Yes, that's how it works in chess. That's how it works. It's painful, and you better watch those knights because they are some sneaky. I'm not even going to say what the word is because we don't want the stream to be. We're censoring the stream, but them knights, whoa. Yo, let me tell you, the mofos, those knights, okay? Yeah, I bet you he was scared of knights after that, for real. All right, let's move on to the next one. I thought I was going to take a break, but I'm going to keep it moving. Keep it moving. We see yet another queen on the board, but this is a different position. Zobayan, I'm flabbergasted. You're a GM. Have you blundered something that easy? Yeah. Yes, of course. Of course. I mean, of course. Have you seen Magnus blunder? Let's not use me. Let's use Magnus. Okay? Magnus has blundered that easily. Everybody blunders. Everybody blunders that easily. Okay? Let's be clear. That's just how it works. All right? That's just how it is. All right. Now, Kogat, you love the word easy. I know how you love that word easy. Check and easy to win. First of all, it's Black's move. All right? It's not White's move. It's Black's move. And Black played the move E3. E3 on the board. E3 on the board. All right? Now, Black has 2 connected passers. Black is waiting for the White queen to move so that Black can promote. All right? That's what Black wants. Black wants the queen to get out the way to promote. Black is also hoping one day to play the move E2. Okay, can't do it right now because it's check. It's check, and that's going to be that. However, it is true that White is winning very easily, like super easily in this position. Okay? King C2 looks good. David, King Goose, King C2, the Gangster, King C2. That gets it done. King C2. We got a little consensus on King C2. Well, I hate to tell you guys, But Kogat was right. Okay? Kogat was right big time. King C2 is not the move here. The winning move is Queen G4 with check. King C2 is coming, but you first have to play like this. Queen to G4. The point is, you can't leave your rook alone because there's going to be some check. Let's say, for example, King E5. There's going to be some check, and then when you move, you're going to drop your rook and you lose because this pawn is never going to queen. However, the king can argue, okay, I'm never going to leave my rook alone and play a move like this one. And now, Queen G5 check, king moves to D7, keeping an eye on the rook. Obviously, the queen cannot touch the pawn. But here, white has a couple of wins, but the simplest one that wakes up everybody is queen takes D8 with check, forcing you to capture, and now king up to C2. The point here is it's going to take you forever to get down board, while white is either going to push this one or this one and get a queen. And that will be the cleanest way to win this position. The cleanest way. So Queen G4 check is indeed the best move even after the move E3. However, white didn't play that move. White played the move king to C2, which looks just as easily winning. The king is now out. The queen is ready to deliver check, and that's going to be that. All right? That's going to be it. It's going to be over. Thank you, Corvus. Until black woke white up with the move rook to C8, check. 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 King to D3, and now rook to C1. Whoa. Like, whoa. All of a sudden, your win went out the window because black is now always threatening to promote to get a queen. Always. All right? Now, can you win the game still? Well, if you move your queen away, you won't ever win the game because black now can just chill. You could never stop this move from happening. There's no sequence of moves. The rook is secure, and you can never stop the pawn from becoming a queen, ever in life, in history, in time. So white was like, okay, no problem. I'm going to drop my king back to E2. I've got past Pieshkas. You can't move your rook away. I'll take this pawn, and that's going to be the end. Your king can't stop both pawns from becoming a queen. So what's the deal? It's still just fine, right? Doing well. Life is good. Black played king to F5. White said, I don't see the problem. And white's right. No problem, indeed. H5. White said, no biggie. Let's do this. Let's go. Till black played king to G5. I said, okay, what's the problem? Now, there's a big problem that's starting. White must now be precise if white wants to keep winning chances alive. To keep hope alive, all right? To keep the hope alive, white must now be precise. And what can white do here? Well, white can play the move H6. King takes, and now push the B pawn. Now this pawn's rushing, okay? The black king is outside of the square of the pawn. So the black king can actually not catch this pawn anymore. Black must now run to get this game going. Black can take the queen. King takes, and now bring the king up. Now pawn up, bring the king up. Pawn. Now the king is threatening to go inside the square of this pawn. So you've got to keep pushing. Now bring the king down. You keep pushing. Check. Takes. King here. And queens. And black also queens. Now white is close enough to this pawn to defend it. However, this position is actually a table-based draw. Table-based draw. Now, that doesn't mean that black's actually going to draw the game. Like, black knows exactly how to make that draw. But if you go to the table bases, like Nalimov table base, for example, and you put in this position, the table base is something that will say, this position, no matter what you do, has been worked out by computers. It is a technical draw. And that's it. All right? So this is a table-based draw. Again, white still has chances to win because we're not computers and black could easily screw this up. But it's a table-based draw. All right. That said, because this king will be checked out of its mind, and also there's a lot of draws because it's the A pawn, not any other good pawn. All right. So white had that opportunity. What did white do? White said, well, if your king is far away over here, why can't I push the furthest pawn in the position? The one millions of miles away. Millions, like you could go after this one. This one's going to become a queen on you, and that's going to be that. All right, that's what white thought. Well, we were already seeing there's another drawing possibility in the table-based draw, this time with the other pawn on b2 instead. Except in this position, black shocked white completely. Completely. Instead of taking this pawn, black, with absolute alertness from a dead lost position, played the move king to f4. Like, whoop! All of a sudden, it's like, I changed my mind. I think I'm going to beat you now. I think I'm going to beat you now. And that's what's going to happen. White is about to go down. Like, you're going down. All right? Why? Well, h6. Looks like a similar thing going to happen, right? Except it's even like you take, I take, king to f3, I push, you push, I take, you go, I queen, you queen, except I got two pawns. That's going to be an easy win. Like, we're not going to have any problem. We're going to have some little harassing checks we're going to have to get out of. Until after the move h6, black said, oh, no. Thanks for having your pawn on a4. Because guess what? I'm playing king e4, the double back. The whole switchback. The entire switchback. Your queen has no checks. It cannot go to a4. Thanks for putting your pawn there. It cannot go to h1. It cannot go to c2. Your queen has zero checks, son. Zero checks. The king faith going after one until you put the pawn on a4, came back after the other. The Euro step. I like it, Tori Common. The Euro step. Whoop, whoop. Oops. Now guess what? When you push, give us this. Don't try to queen now. Too late. Mate, Matutski in your face. Hello. And after takes, if you take king to d3, what happened? Oh no, you got mated. Oh, you got mated. Oh, is that what happened? It hurt. It hurt. Yes, indeed. That hurt. That was terrible what just happened. All right. That was awful. All you had to do was give away the a4 square for your, oh my goodness, that was so special. I mean, that really hurt. Let's back up so we really understand what just happened, all right? So, in this position, remember, h6 was good. Dragging the king away. That was the key. Dragging the king, so the king has to go one step further. Even here, a4 is fine, because it just takes the king a little too long to make all of this happen. And by the way, now when you come here, now I have a square. You're getting checked, and I'm going to harass you, all right? Or I'm going to push this pawn and make it rain, all right? It's going to be fine. Even here, although black can try to prove a win, but this endgame is also drawn, believe it or not. Well, you can believe it because, after all, white will have two connected passers. Well, actually, white doesn't need both connected passers. White just needs one while the king is shouldered, and white can just jimmy this one. You could go win this one. If you like, you can go win that one. It'd be no problem if you play chess like this, or if you take it and the king joins the party. The key is that this king is being shouldered out and cannot get around to stopping this king from supporting this pawn. Another endgame you should know. At any rate, after h5, white did not do that. White played king g5, a4, allowing king f4. And now here's the problem. You might want to push your pawn, but you're a tempo short. That's why this pawn was pushed. If you push this pawn, now black's like, oh, we're not giving you any chance to check. We're coming after you, because now when you push, guess what? Oops. Whoops. Check. Tempo, tempo, tempo. Queen here, gobble, gobble, and you are dead. Crushing. Finished. Over. Nasty. Done.